Nutmeg's my little performing partner, though.
She is your little performing partner.
She is.
She's a great performer.
She is. Hey, where are you going?
Hey,
stay here, hussy.
Come here, you little ham. So the joke is, I'm sorry, I was, back when we were doing Monday Night Teas and I was performing something with Stumpy Putz, and we were talking about some other performer, and I was like, oh yeah, that performer's a ham. And he said, oh no, doing his like sort of W.C. Fields thing that he does. And he's like, oh no, he's not a ham. You can cure ham. Hello, I'm Mr. Snapper.
And I'm Red Snapper.
And welcome to
Project Nutmeg.
Goodbye.
And she leaves. It's all about her today, and she leaves.
She has more important things to do than be on a video and talk about herself.
I guess so.
She's very modest.
Yes, she's very modest. Because Nutmeg is Nutmeg, and I'm me, we've been laser focused on her next goal, earning her AKC Intermediate Tricks title.
The way AKC tricks testing works, each trick can only be used once as you progress through the levels. So, if your dog does shake for the novice test, that one trick is off the table for the rest of forever. By the time you reach the performer level, then, you need fresh material.
For each test, you have to perform at least 8 tricks from the official list, plus up to 2 handler's choice tricks if you need to get creative. So you really have to plan ahead. If you use too many of your best tricks too early, you might paint yourself into a corner later.
Yeah, so you might be very excited about the fact that your dog can roll over or play dead on command, and that's way more interesting than just sit, down, shake. Mm-hmm. But honestly, knock out those early ones, those easy ones early, and save your best ones for later.
Exactly. So sit on a platform, come when called. I think do hand signals. I might have been on do one hand signal on the novice level.
And then like dance the can, save that for advanced.
Or performer elite.
Or performer elite.
Save the can for performer elite.
Perform the can.
So we were trying to save the best tricks for last.
Disassemble and clean the carburetor. Yeah,
that's performer elite. That is not novice. Yeah. Do the sit, the shake, the come when called, the kiss, do whatever early steps you can on the early levels so that you don't have to use those for later.
Yeah.
When they're not included on the list of things where you have to do 10 things or 8 plus 2 handler's choice.
Yeah.
I mean,
handler's choice, advanced, performer, whatever, sculpt a full-size replica of Michelangelo's David.
Exactly. And that would only count as one thing.
That would only count as one thing.
That counts as one thing. But if it was shake, if she hadn't performed shake, we could try to write that in as a handler's choice later.
Yeah, true.
But do you expect an advanced dog to just shake? No, you expect them to
do more than that.
Do a hand jive.
Yeah.
Or a paw jive.
A paw jive. I don't know. So Nutmeg already had at least 6 intermediate level tricks and 5 advanced level tricks down cold back when she passed novice. And that's sort of the example, and we just need to fill in the gaps. And so there are different lists for different levels. So that's the other thing, is that an early on trick like, I don't know, sit, might not be on intermediate or advanced later. So they're separate lists of tricks.
Yes, you don't have the same list, like here are 100 tricks.
Right.
Pick 10 for your novice or 5 if you got your CGC.
Yep.
Then pick another 10. It's a different sheet of tricks, and the levels advance. So if we decided to do weave poles, I could lure her through the weave poles with a treat for intermediate and then send her through for advanced.
Right.
But if I did weave poles at intermediate, then it would be kind of a waste. I couldn't do it at advanced, and she can go through weave poles.
Yeah,
I don't need a lure.
Exactly. I guess what we're trying to say is, if you're interested in doing this and getting the AKC trick certification, pay attention to the lists, and not just the one that you're looking at now, but the next couple of lists down the road. That way you can sort of like game this out and figure out, okay, what trick should I have them do here, there, and the next. And listen, it's not like trying to game the system.
No.
It's about trying to lay it out in the most logical way possible for you and your dog for the best possible success. You
Yes.
still have to have a shit ton of tricks in the old trick bucket in order to get through this, as we're about to talk about.
Yes. And if you take your dog through novice level and you think we're not going to go any higher, before you test for novice, just look at the next level.
Just take a look.
Just see what's there, because you may think there's no way we could get the next level. But your dog may love doing tricks so much that you need to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
They may absolutely love it. Don't push your dog beyond where they're comfortable, but handicap it.
Yeah,
Basically. Handicap it. While we were preparing for intermediate, Pepper decided she wanted in on the action too. So if Nutmeg is a Velcro dog, then Pepper is super glue.
Look, I gotta get back to work, all right? I'll see you later.
When?
What?
When will I see you? What did I do wrong?
Nothing. Calm down.
No! Why are you leaving me if I didn't do anything wrong? I don't understand. I thought you liked me!
She wants to be with me all of the time, which meant that I had to sneak in focused one-on-one time with Nutmeg between agility runs or while we were waiting for our turn in agility class. That is the place where I just have Nutmeg and we can have the focused attention, because Pepper doesn't want to be outside without me unless it's first thing in the morning. She's okay with leaving the bed to go outside, but she comes back to the bed. She returns to me.
Yeah.
So training Nutmeg each night, Pepper gets upset. And right now, she can jump one of the gates into the studio. So if I work with Nutmeg in the studio, Pepper knows that she can jump a gate. The other two don't know that they could jump the gate if they tried. So
She is so incredibly athletic. So yeah, she can jump. We have baby gates keeping them away from the studio and the front door because we have equipment in here, and also we don't want them running out the door when we pick up Amazon packages. She, at, what is she now, 7 months?
7 months.
Is so athletic. She is jumping over this gate, which is about 2 feet high, 2.5 feet high, so 2 feet. So, which she's a tiny dog still. And that's her. She's athletic. Hopefully she works through the nervousness and all of that, because she would be an incredible agility dog.
Yes, she would. She would. And she's got the long body too, so she could...
No fear.
She could
all
leap,
about jumping.
She could leap forward and have more distance from one leap. She has a longer stride.
That's right, yeah. Longer.
Than Nutmeg.
Yeah.
And Nutmeg's amazing, especially for a dog with stubby little legs. She's phenomenal.
Pepper's like, you're talking about me doing something, I don't want to do it, I'm just going to go.
Yeah, so this one, I mean, she'll get on agility equipment,
She will.
but
Having her do agility in a room full of people, that's going to be the tricky thing.
that would be tricky for her. But, you know, we'll work on it. And Chowder, he doesn't mind getting on the agility equipment and doing stuff at home.
Yeah.
He's a little more stubborn at school.
No dough, no show.
Probably because he likes to be home and emo
Oh, yeah.
and tucked into his spaces here.
Yeah, that's true.
But this one we'll see. She's got to pass puppy class first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The night before testing for her intermediate, Red made the call. We were going for both intermediate and advanced levels in one go. So Nutmeg was a lock for intermediate, but advanced was going to be a stretch. And we hadn't been able to dedicate as much training time to those specific tricks.
Thanks, Peps. Zoom Room does offer tricks classes, but between work, creative projects, running this channel, 3 dogs, and Stars season tickets, yeah, there's only so much we can fit in. Weekly scheduled tricks classes just aren't it right now, especially with our schedule.
So we got Nutmeg to Zoom Room for the intermediate and advanced trick testing. And she was so excited to be back at Zoom Room. Honestly, she was just too hyped for a few of the tricks that she normally does. She didn't have the attention. She was just like scattered. But the big surprise is that she sneezed on cue. Red gave something that you've kind of been working on and didn't know she would do it, but hey, let's give it a shot. Gave the verbal signal, and Nutmeg let out the most theatrical little sneeze. It was perfect.
I can get her to sneeze.
Yes.
That was so good. Oh, I love that.
We've been practicing.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was amazing.
It was incredible.
We worked on that specifically between agility runs. So
I was surprised it worked. But, you know, that's the thing about these dogs is they're constantly surprising you. It's like, wow, you really did pick that up. You really did. This is something you know how to do.
yeah, and some of the things that she knows, she just didn't do. She knows how to sit on her bed. She knows how to go to her bed, but she was just
Too excited to be there.
yeah, she was very happy to be there.
But with the sneeze, you did get her to sit. You did get her to pay attention to you. You gave her the cue, and she did it. It was magical.
Yeah, it was amazing. Very proud of her on that one.
Yeah.
Since we decided to add the advanced test last minute, we leaned on handler's choice tricks. And we're so glad that we were still able to use agility equipment at this level. That gave us just the edge we needed. I do want to say about the agility equipment, you can use agility equipment all the way through advanced. So there's agility equipment included in the testing. So on intermediate, she did teeter. She loves teeter, and we have a teeter here. So teeter was a shoe-in. So we were able to do that one for her intermediate. And we were able to do weave poles. And I think we needed one more thing. So she jumped through the hoop there. I thought she did hurdle maybe in her novice test, but it might have been a hoop, just depending on what they had out. So we had her do the A-frame.
That was my favorite. So Zoom Room, they keep sort of the agility equipment pushed off to the sides and blocked off with little partitions so the dogs don't, when they get in there, they're not running around on the equipment unsupervised.
Like Nutmeg.
So the person who was doing the evaluation, the trainer who was doing the evaluation, was pulling out the equipment for Nutmeg to use. And the best one was the A-frame, because she was just pulling the partitions away from it so that she could roll it out, and Nutmeg was immediately up and down the A-frame.
And it was up against the wall too. So there wasn't space at the bottom, but she entered and exited at the right places. She was like, great, I'll just come over here.
Yeah.
And then she did it again so that we had that just in case, because I couldn't remember if it was a hoop or a hurdle that we did in novice. Or if we even did one of them. I can't remember what it was.
But it was amazing and hilarious, because it's like, let's just move this so we can roll it out, and it's done. Okay, good.
Great. We didn't have to roll it all the way out.
Nope.
And there was a class in there right after. So that was totally fine. We just popped in to do the agility bits. Yeah. But for the next thing, we can't use agility equipment.
Right.
We have to build our own props.
Yeah.
So I know somebody, or we don't have to build all of them. Yeah. So if we decide, like skateboard, we've been working on skateboard.
Right. Yeah, as soon as we got home, like the first thing I did was like buy her a skateboard.
She'll get on the skateboard. I
went on Amazon, got her a skateboard.
Yeah.
Because she's played around with the skateboard at Zoom Room, and she gets the idea of like just hopping on it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like it's going to take much for her to get the idea of like pushing off with a foot and riding it.
Yeah. And all she has to do is get on it and advance.
If she can sneeze on command, I'm sure she can ride a skateboard.
For sure. For sure.
Although right now she's just sleeping.
She's holding down the rug.
Come here, Nutmeg. Come on, Nutmeg. Come here, Nutmeg. Oh, Nutmeg. Nutmeg, come here. Nutmeg. I need Nutmeg. 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 Come on, Nutmeg. Nutmeg.
Yes. Good job.
Yay, we got a Nutmeg.
Yay, we've got Nutmeg.
She's back.
Yay. Oh, baby.
She's such a sweetie.
Oh, and I've got Pepper licking my elbow. So we don't have to create all of the props from scratch, but you do have to use some props that are specifically created for
whatever. It's a Performer is the next one, right?
Yeah, Performer is the next one, and then Performer Elite. Which I haven't looked at the requirements for Performer Elite yet.
Clearly, we're going to have to do Performer Elite.
With this one, absolutely. I mean, we'll take our dogs with all of these certifications and trainings as far as they are willing to go and they're comfortable going. Yep. She does Agility League because she loves it, and it's athletic and it's a performance Chowder, he's good at smelling out food. So if scent work, if that was available when it would fit into our schedule, then we'd take him as far as we could with scent work.
For sure.
Because that's his interest. I mean, we still want him to do some agility, but he also has the genetic IVDD, so we've got to be cautious with.
Yeah.
And so does Pepper.
Yeah, she doesn't. So Pepper has that, but she doesn't have the same.
It's not as obvious.
Chowder clearly, with the easty-westy feet, clearly has more going on.
Yeah.
So next up is training for the performer level. We're thinking of building a routine around Endor Leia, which we've talked about in other videos, a lot of Showgirls Closets too, I think.
I think we've talked about it, we've talked about it in Showgirls Closet. We've talked about it on this show about creating props and creating the act.
Right, for Endor Leia.
So that this one could be my little Wicket.
But we might save that for Performer Elite. I think, I've said this a few times, with all of, since you will boing on command, that a Super Mario Brothers act could be adorable.
Yeah.
You also have like the pipes and stuff. So like you can have tubes specially made so that they look like, you know, the pipes.
Oh yeah,
Mario
so that they
Brothers.
look like the weave poles, but
And you have like the
bigger.
little stack things.
And she'll get on them.
She'll get on them. So I think there's lots of like Super Mario Brothers type things that she would do. Plus she would look cute in a little Super Mario Brothers hat.
That's true. We'd have to, because we used boing, we needed something to wrap up the intermediate. I think I had to use boing for that because she was not doing other things that she knew how to do. If we used it for something for certification or a title, then I would have to have her walk backwards on 2 and jump along the way, which she'll do.
Yeah.
But we couldn't do boing again. We couldn't do this. It would have to be, you know.
That, yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see how ambitious we're feeling, how many things we want to create to level her up. But we can use them for acts too.
Yeah.
But either way, she keeps getting better and better.
That's our girl.
Yep. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and boop that bell for notifications.
And let us know in the comments below, what sort of acts do you think would be fun? I think Super Mario Brothers could work. Should she be Mario? Should she be Yoshi? Should she be Princess Peach?
I mean,
I don't know. She is a princess.
she is.
But what other acts would be kind of fun to see a dog perform as a themed? I keep thinking of it in terms of like themed acts, because so much of Burlesque in the past, I don't know, 10 years has been themed shows. Back when we first started doing Burlesque, it was more about, well, at least for you, it was more about like the classical stuff and gown and glove and that sort of thing. And then there's sort of shifted towards themed shows, nerdlesque, things like that, where pretty much, what would you say, like maybe 80% of your costumes and acts are now themed to some sort of...
Yes.
Pepper was eating a leaf.
Pepper was eating a tiny leaf. I had to fish it out of her. I have quite a few themed acts because it books.
Exactly. So
books.
when I think about like a dog performing a dog act, I'm not thinking about it just in terms of like the great all-star dog stunt spectacular, whose name I always get wrong, but I have a lot of respect for them, where, you know, it's like, you know, jumping through hoops, doing the thing, going the thing. I always think of it in terms of like, okay, what kind of outfit can we put on the dog?
What's the narrative?
And what's the narrative? And how can we disguise like an A-frame and a teeter-totter as like props in some fictional world?
Right.
So what do you think? Maybe a Tim Burton act for the dog?
Ooh,
Marvel comics? Maybe, I don't know. What do you think would be fun for a dog act?
Right.
Crypto
Or Rocket Raccoon.
There you go. Let us know.
What do you think? Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love your ideas, because the idea for us is to get her on the burlesque stage and other stages so she can truly perform, because she enjoyed it.
She loves it.
And you will see us next time. Bye.
Goodbye.